It has been 4 years since this happened. I was working as a waiter in a cafe in the city far from my village. I used to live on the rooftop of that cafe, and another guy who worked as a sailor stayed there too. One night around 12 am, our duty ended. He told me he was going to a nearby grocery store and that I should lock up the cafe and head upstairs. I did exactly that. I went up, lay down on my charpai under the open summer sky, put in my earphones, and started scrolling on my phone. Suddenly, I heard the sound of glass falling. I paused the video and pulled out my earphones to listen carefully, but everything was completely silent. I got up and went into the room to check. There I saw that a glass had fallen from the water cooler onto the floor. It must have been the wind. I turned around to leave, but then I felt it. A tall, dark shadow stretching behind me. My legs almost gave out. I wanted to turn my head and look, but I could not. Then, out of corner of my eyes, I saw the charpai I had been laying on begin to shake, as if someone invisible had just sat or laid down on it. My heart was pounding so loudly I could hear it in my ears. I stood frozen like a statue. I was sure my face had turned pale. I tried to move, but my legs refused to obey. Suddenly, I heard my friend's voice. He was coming upstairs, humming a tune. I wanted to call out to him, but not a single sound would leave my throat. At that moment, I felt a strange pressure on my shoulders and head. It was not like a hand, it was different, heavy, unnatural. I realized I was paralyzed. My friend finally came into the room and looked for me. The moment he saw me standing stiffly, he rushed over, grabbed my face and arms, and started saying something. But to me, his words were silent. I could only see his lips moving. He quickly poured water over me, and that is when I snapped out of it. In disbelief, I looked around. The glass was still laying on the floor. He gave me water to drink and asked why I had been standing there like that. I told him everything, but he just laughed and said, "There is nothing. Ghosts are harmless. They won't hurt you." He did not believe me and made fun of me, but I stayed awake the entire night, terrified. The very next day, I quit that job. I was riding the bus late at night. It was one of those almost empty rides, just me and an old man sitting near the back. After a few stops, the driver suddenly pulled over and stood up. He looked straight at me and said, "You need to get off now." Confused, I asked why. He just repeated louder this time, "Get off the bus." I hesitated, but something in his face told me not to argue. I stepped off and the bus drove away. The next morning, I turned on the news. A bus on the same route at the same time had crashed into a barrier. Everyone on board was injured, but here is a strange thing. The report said there was no passengers on that bus except the driver. I used to work in a supermarket. Employees were not supposed to stay after 11 p.m., but sometime I closed late. One night I was putting boxes away in the storage room when I noticed something strange. Every time I stacked a box on the shelf and turned around, one of the boxes behind me would be on the floor. I thought I was just clumsy at first, but then it happened again and again. By the fourth time, I decided to watch. I stacked the box, stepped back, and waited. 30 seconds later, the box slid forward slowly and dropped off the shelf by itself. I quit right there, left the boxes on the floor, and locked up. The weirdest part, when I came back the next morning, the boxes were stacked neatly in place again. Back in 2014, I was walking home late at night. My phone battery was dead, and I passed one of those old pay phones on the corner. As I walked by, it started ringing. I stopped. Nobody else was around. It just kept ringing, echoing down the empty street. Against my better judgment, I picked it up. There was no dial tone, just breathing, heavy, slowly breathing. After about 5 seconds, a voice whispered, "Don't go home." I slammed the phone down and grinned. When I finally reached my apartment, the lights inside were on, even though I had turned them off before leaving.